one of my most beautiful memories. Albuquerque is the place you want to go for flamenco outside of Spain. And of course, Albuquerque was part of Spain for a few hundred years before it was ever part of America. And we have what is called the Flamenco Institute, and we also have the National Hispanic Cultural Center here in Albuquerque. And the Cultural Center has a huge theater, so a lot of times, a lot of people use that theater for cultural events, but including the Flamenco Institute. So in July 2021, and they have their yearly festival. They have performances all year long, but they have this really concerted festival once a year in the late summer, in the midsummer, July. And they've been doing that for over 30 years now, close to 40 now. And they bring people from all over the world, performers, not just flamenco, but, kind of similar genres. I remember that night there was some guitar playing, anyway, so we had gone, and the first time I'd ever gone to something like that with flamenco, and the last time. I want to go back so bad. I want to be a groupie, but ticket prices, but it was so worth it too, though. But this was July 2021, and if you remember, we were just barely being allowed to come together in groups again after having to not do that for a couple of years. And I wrote in my journal that I, cried at the guitar and smiled at all the dancers till my mouth hurt. I was inventing tamale recipes in my head, although that may or may not be Spanish, but still. You could tell it's a family. I mean, most of the people there had been there many times, and they really did say ole. And they really, apparently, I think of ole as jubilant, but there can be a reverent ole as well. And again, that emotion of being back together and missing our bodies with each other and watching the bodies be the dancers right after at that particular time was also extremely emotional. The audience was extremely emotional, both from the beauty of the dancing and what we'd all just been through. And that is one of my most wonderful memories. Ole.